Hi, I'm Stephanie and this is my home, the 16th century Chateau de Lalande. Lalande was owned for hundreds of years by a family of marquises who were at the heart of French royal life. One of them even had the honour of being sent by King Louis XV to greet Marie Antoinette on her arrival in France. But, far from being a stuffy museum, this chateau is a living home. I live here all the time and am regularly joined by my mother, my family, my friends, and wonderful volunteers from all over the world who help me to lovingly restore this historic home. Welcome to Lalande, a chateau filled with life, love, and laughter.
Today is a very, very exciting day at Lalande because we are celebrating the fact that the Chateau Diaries has had 30 million views. None of us can quite get our heads around that number, but we cannot let this pass without celebrating it. So I've got to pop to Igurande, where I've ordered a traditional French pièce montée. The moment has arrived. Let's get that cake. We're so lucky. It's a gorgeous day for our celebration.
Right?
Yes. Can you believe that we're going to be celebrating 30 million views?
I can believe it, but I can't fully grasp it. Does
Yeah,
that
I
make
can't
sense?
get my head around the number.
Yeah. Because, that's a lot of people.
That's a lot. We've just got one major problem here, which is that I was thinking, for 30 million views, we should have 30 profiteroles in the cone. And you ask per number of profiteroles, or you ask per number of people. I think it's sort of around 3 each. But so I phoned and said, could I have a cake with 30 profiteroles? And then she said, but it's not big enough. I don't think we can make one that small, a pièce montée. And I thought, my goodness, maybe I've insulted them. Perhaps that's completely... I have no idea how many profiteroles you're supposed to have, right? So that was embarrassing. And I went, oh, fine. So maybe with 100. And she said, yes, that's a good size. So I ordered it. The problem is, I then realised that you and Marie, you can probably taste a bit, but you can't eat them really. That leaves how many of us in the house that can eat? 6 that can eat it. Well, we can give some to lots of the builders as well. But basically, I've ordered 100 profiteroles for 6 people.
That's like 16 per person.
That's a lot of profiteroles. Okay, now we're going to give all the builders profiteroles, everyone, profiteroles all round. But it had to be 30 million views. I know I keep saying it, but I cannot get my head around it. It needed to be big. Let's go and pick it up.
Good.
This is one of the bakeries in Igurande, and we usually buy our pâtisserie here and our bread in the other one. Oh, I love this place. And the thought that we're here to pick up even more cake is wonderful. I got distracted, obviously, and bought brioche and pain au chocolat and bread. How exciting is this? Isn't it beautiful?
It's really pretty.
It says 30 million. The only problem we have is getting this home in one piece.
Should you put it on your lap?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, right.
And now that I'm looking at it, I think I could even manage to eat it alone. We're going to be fine.
I don't think I'm going to try even, because I think that's almond.
At the base, this is almond and that, but there's none in the choux.
Are we sure?
Absolutely, yes, 100%.
Because those are sugared almonds as well.
Yes, but there's none in the choux.
Okay. It's called a choux?
The profiteroles here are called choux.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay.
Is that the same word for
Got it?
cauliflower?
It is, yeah, the little cauliflowers. Delicious little cauliflowers. To be specific, cauliflower is chou-fleur because chou is cabbage, and so flower cabbage is a cauliflower.
I understand.
These are little cabbages.
In Dutch it's the same. It's called bloemkool.
Yeah.
Flower cabbage.
We're managing not to eat this by eating the things we bought instead. Mine's a bit big. It was the only brioche they had.
You're mannered.
I won't eat it all. And you're having a pain au chocolat. Life's pretty good. All right, what you been doing? What do you think? Look, it's the cake for tonight.
Oh my god!
Well, actually not tonight. I think mid-afternoon we'll have a little party.
Goodness. You think that's enough for all of us?
Well, barely. We'll just have to make do. Oh, it's scary.
I wish I could open the door, but
I can't. I could, but...
Don't worry, I have the power of the hip.
oh, okay. Lovely.
This just feels right in here.
Yeah.
That feels right.
Yes. Look at you. Wow. Beautiful.
I thought you were going to do this bit.
I got you the thing.
Yeah, but I thought you were going to put it on there.
No, you said
Neither of
you
us
would.
wants to do this. Neither of us wants to do it because we're scared of breaking it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you break it, you buy it, but you already bought it, so if anyone else is gonna break it, it's you.
Oh.
You know, I could maybe no. Yes, it's working.
Well, I'm lifting it, whether one would consider that working or not. Oh, my hands are so sticky. That's why you didn't want to do it. The caramel is so sticky.
No, I'm just really.
You hold that bit down for me. Here we go.
I'm just really scared of dropping it.
I think it might actually work.
Well, look at that.
Yes! Just one tiny bit fell off. We'll pop that back on. My hands are so sticky, there should be no problem getting it to stick. Oh, look. Oh, man.
I was about to say, there's one way of cleaning it up.
Looks really pretty. We'll take this back to the boulangerie.
It's really pretty.
Wow.
You happy?
Really happy.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Oh, should you say félicitations? Félicitations.
Félicitations. I've come up to the attic to show you that the insulation has started going down under what will be the new floor up here. It's been packed into quite a huge depth. How deep is it actually, Ian?
And the worst place is over 500 millimetres.
Over 0.5 metre of insulation packed in under the new floor. Fantastic. We're going to be so toasty and warm. But that's not the main reason that I've brought you up here, because in fact something even more exciting has apparently happened. Ian and Ian have made actually an unbelievable discovery. This is really exciting. We're not too sure what it is, though I think I might have a slight idea. You can see that down here they noticed a painted beam, and you found something else as part of it.
This was the loose timber.
That's what made you discover the beam underneath.
This was actually loose.
And that was just above it here.
That's the underside of this.
And so Ian the plasterer was wondering if it was maybe a treasure chest, some sort of place that someone had stored something precious. But when I looked at it, I wonder if it could have been the original painted ceiling of the room below, because now there's a plaster ceiling that's obviously more modern than the date of the chateau. And in the past, chateaus often decorated their ceilings. They were called plafond à la française, where all of the joists were visible, and they would decorate them in really similar ways to this. So could we have found an original ceiling? How do we find out?
Well, I'm just going to move a little bit of this out of the way,
Yeah.
torch down, and see if there's any this decoration continues.
That's it, I don't know.
Well, do you know what it does?
It does!
It does.
Hang on, shall I try and put the camera down there?
Sure.
Thanks, Phyllis. It's so exciting, isn't it?
It does. You can also see there's detail at the end on the end beam as well.
Yes, so here, we can, in fact, that's not that.
In fact, it looks like stone.
That's stone. That's stone, and it's been painted. And then the whole side of the beam is painted. And apparently it says it carries on. Let's have a look. See if we can see that. I can't see any more patterns on it down
Maybe
there.
if I can put that down there.
That's a better light, and I can see.
There is something down there.
I can't see a pattern.
You can see the detail of this line. It's definitely painted all the way along.
It is painted all the way along.
It has the coach, so it's this brown paint.
Yeah.
It has the coach lines that you can see, and the same on the underside of the board. But I can't see any more detailing, so I can't see the flower effect.
If you could just try and get a little bit further in there, Ian.
Yes.
Just a little bit more.
I don't think my shoulders will allow that somehow.
Is it possible to take up another?
I think what we'll do, we could start. We could take a few out. We've got our levels through, so we can always put props in if we need to take one or two packers out.
I mean, because it raises a lot of questions. If we have indeed found a ceiling, which would be the ceiling of the chambre rose, we don't even know if it will be the same shape as the chambre rose, or if the wall divisions downstairs date from a later date than this ceiling.
Could be.
And if it is the same size as Chambre Rose, do we put it back?
It's always interesting.
Which means ripping out.
Why here is stone.
Yes.
Why is it stone?
Why is it stone? I just don't understand.
Maybe to support the fireplace.
Ah, could we be above the fireplace? Well, look, we're right next to a chimney.
We
Right,
are
it's a
above
chimney,
the
but
Yeah.
that's separated because there's a timber here. There's a floor joist running all the way through here. Unless it finishes.
So have we hit the end of the room there?
We may have done.
Yes.
And that
Yes, I
would be
think
the
we
end
may
of
have done.
Chambre Rose. This is the original end of the room.
Yes. Why they
I wonder
haven't?
if in the loo, you haven't done anything in the loo yet, have you?
No.
Shall we have a look in there?
I promise you, it wasn't me. If there is something in the loo. Unfortunately, there are a lot of torments in here. They're kind of slowly being moved this way until
Yes.
we can get up to a platform and take them out.
Ah, yes.
So, we also actually found a pulley, what must have been off an old sash window in times gone by.
Wow, that's heavy.
That's ridiculously heavy. That would have been an enormous sash window. I'm not saying it's definitely what it was, but it very much looks like it.
Okay, so this is where you're storing all of the debris
Yes.
whilst
So we
you're
can
doing the
sift through it.
floor as you go through, so we can't get to anything there just yet.
I'm just having a look down here.
Nice little school chair you found there.
Let's have a little look. See what oh, now I found a little hole.
A little hole.
A drilled hole. Look at that.
Yes, that is a perfectly drilled hole. Mysterious.
See what it's onto.
Yes, because if there was any wooden bits that we could look at around that, we might find out a bit more of this puzzle.
This is more like clay.
Yeah? Oh, hang on. What have you discovered?
Literally see it here.
You can see something.
It's the same. There.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
The
yes!
floor is up.
Yes! Ian?
Yes.
Philip's found a bit more.
Yeah.
Yes! Just the edge of a piece.
Oh yes.
But it's definitely got the white paint on a brown surface.
Yes. I don't know if I can get to see the other side.
Just again, a little, just a
Okay.
little bit more, Ian. I think you're nearly there.
Yes, you're right.
Just-
Who's going to get me out? To the left of me,
Yes?
it's the brown paint again, and the coach lines, but not any decoration.
So we've only found one bit with the flowers, but the white lines and the brown paint seem to continue. Oh, and I can't really go downstairs and rip up the ceiling of Marie's bedroom, so that's kind of frustrating. How do we look at
Do we
it?
move Marie again
What
in
do
1
we
week?
do? I know.
So I've got a question. The fireplace in rose.
Yes.
I don't think it comes out, does it?
No, and that would explain exactly why that's like that.
That's what I mean. So because there were the two cupboards next to the fireplace.
Yes. And they had the depth of that chimney.
Yeah. So could it be that this is above the cupboard, but that means that it's now above the bathroom of de Roger?
Yes.
So if you do take it all out, then
We'll have a mess on one side.
and it's the only
And it's
bit
a
that's
huge
painted.
decision. I mean, to take off a ceiling would be a vast decision.
Right.
When we look at the chimney behind you,
Yes.
you'll see that the wall that's built into has got some lovely original coins,
Right.
but then it seems to have been extended with more of the field stone, sort of local stone. So
Yes.
that's an anomaly as well. And there's also the field stone effect to the right hand side.
That might have been 1860, because the thing that you see there is the fireplace of Beaumont. So the fireplace on this side is the fireplace of de la Tour.
Right.
Oh, so it was added onto the old fireplace.
Coins
Yes.
in the fire in a chimney.
You wouldn't put coins on a chimney?
Well, I would expect we don't normally see coins on a chimney.
Well, that's a really old bit, so that might
Unless
explain.
it's been made wider at a later date.
And actually it might have been even older, because that's the same one that's in the, same one that's in the Marquis sitting room.
Right.
And that's huge.
Yes.
So maybe to support that, they
Yeah.
put the
So
coins
then
in.
it would be built that way.
And the rooms, the servants' quarters, have only been added in 1860 something. So that could explain why they just
Why they filled
That's
in?
the wall
They
and
hadn't
fills
filled
in.
in
Do we think
before.
that was exposed before?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it was
That
exposed. That would
explains
explain it,
the
wouldn't
coins.
it?
Yes. Okay.
are so many puzzles that we're having to piece together up here, but I mean, by far the most exciting one is what you've discovered in the floor. And even if we don't put this ceiling back, could this be used by us as a clue for what we should do in the winter salon, where we still have that style of ceiling? Could we copy this pattern onto that ceiling so that we're keeping something of the original design?
We could consider is if we drilled a very, very fine pilot hole to see where that comes down.
Yes.
If this, we'll take some others up, but if this is any piece that we find, we could actually just have like a little glass section in the ceiling, just so you can see that originality.
That actually might be quite...
The only problem in Rose is that the ceiling goes in like this with the plaster.
Yeah.
So it's not straight.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a special like
Yes.
curved plaster
Yes.
coving.
You might be... That might
That's what I'm
be
saying.
fault.
We'd have to do it in the middle somehow then.
Exactly. Could be really nice in Roger in the bathroom.
It could be. We could certainly. That's hidden away and would
That's
still be
what I mean.
interesting. But do you know what? This plank is reminding me of the painted planks in the servants' quarters up here.
Yes.
Could they possibly have been from the same room? Is it worth looking at them together, seeing if the
I think
paint
that's
looks similar?
highly unlikely because those are painted. It looks like a painted stage.
I think so too. But shall we have a look?
It looks
Because
straight.
if
and
the
not-
styles, I don't think they're from the ceiling, but could they have been part of paneling in the same room? I think we should have a look just see if the
Maybe.
colours are similar.
Should we take it first?
Oh yeah, good idea. I don't really want to ever let that out of my sight again, actually. I love it so much. I mean, it's certainly not a finely drawn decoration,
No.
but it's quite beautiful to imagine that over a whole ceiling. Okay, so I think they were in this room. Yeah, I think it's a different brown. It's a different style, isn't it?
Because this looks like
Yes.
what I said. Looks like.
Some sort of theatre frame.
Yeah,
And do you have the other one, Ian?
Yes, I'll bring it through. Sure.
That's what it looks like. Oh.
Yes. And we've only got two pieces like that,
Yes.
which is a real pity. But yeah, maybe like a puppet theatre or something?
That's what I said last time. I think. Not even close.
No, it's not even close. No, well, it was worth a try.
Right.
We had to look at them just in case. Look, it must be quite old because you can see that that's entirely hand chiseled.
This is a good few centuries old, I would say, the way that's just been made with an adze, hasn't it?
Yeah. And it's such a simple way of doing it. They clearly haven't used a ruler for that line.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you can really see the axe marks on it.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Wow. This is the only time we've ever found such old decoration here. We found all sorts of old things here, but never remains of an old painted decoration. We found wallpapers, we found things like that. I think this predates all of those.
This looks older than even the really old paper that we found in your boudoir.
Yeah, I think so too.
Very much
Absolutely. Well, great discoveries, Ian, honestly.
Have you seen
I'm
the,
amazed.
have you seen the latest discovery?
What, there's more than that?
That was in the hole
In that
of the
hole?
flowers.
Ah, okay, what have you two been cooking up?
This is a wedding invitation, if I've read it correctly, from the Marquis, inviting somebody to a wedding here at Lalande.
Hang on, let me have a look. The Marquis and the Marquise of Nadaillac have the honour of inviting you to the wedding of Mademoiselle Claude Nadaillac, their daughter, with Monsieur Hugues de Roquigny du Fayel, engineer. They're inviting you to the wedding ceremony, which will be during the communion mass celebrated in the Église of Crozon, that's our local village, on Saturday the 7th of June 1969 at 12 noon. And the priest was Reverend Father Luc de Nadaillac, whom I know was one of the brothers of the Marquis that we bought from. Oh, and le consentement des époux sera reçu. Also there was the Reverend Father Bruno de Nadaillac taking part in the ceremony, and he is the priest who actually gave us mass in the chapel here at Lalande only last year. I don't know if you saw that episode when the Marquis's brother came to visit, now in his late 80s, and performed mass. This is amazing. Absolutely extraordinary. And Chateau de Lalande, Indre. And here it says the General of Rocquigny du Fayel, Commander of the Légion d'Honneur, and the Countess of Rocquigny du Fayel have the honour to invite you to the wedding of Monsieur Hugues de Rocquigny du Fayel, engineer, their son, with Mademoiselle Claude de Nadaillac. And so you have from both sets of parents. And yes, her father had the Legion of Honour. Well, this is absolutely an amazing find. Amazing.
So this is from 69, and we know
1969. And Bruno would have been absolutely the right age. It's definitely the priest that we met.
Between 1969 and now, somebody else had had this up. Hence that's why
Yeah.
it's loose.
Yeah. They must have been doing
Which is
work up
possibly
here.
because although those toilettes were down, there
Yes.
were lots of areas where they'd been disturbed.
Oh, they were already mainly up when we moved in.
Right.
We then took more to be able to continue downstairs, but they were mainly up already. I don't know why. They must have had a leak or some problems that they needed to fix. How a wedding invitation ended up in there, I do not know. Oh, the paper.
Yeah,
got
so
a watermark.
It's almost a parchment, isn't it?
PDL. With a crown above it.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Well, what a day for discoveries.
Isn't
Thank
it?
you, yeah, it's great. But I really want us to
We are
look
all
much
part
more into
of-
this.
We're now officially all part of the history of this.
We are, right?
Yeah. Maybe not as great as our, but there we go.
Well,
We'll have some more of these up.
firstly we have to discover if it's over the whole ceiling, and then we've got some big decisions ahead of us.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. Because this here, although we're in the tower now, this is
Yes.
the same flooring.
Yes, and
now.
here we're above Bonne Maman.
Yes. So there's every possibility that if we chip this lime screed away,
What would we
could even
find?
we could find the same thing yet again.
My goodness.
There's
Wow.
every chance, isn't it? They
There
obviously, I think they must have used this as a sound deadening, as we're now using our modern insulation.
Yeah,
This
perhaps.
would have been the staff and servants up here,
Well, I think we've got a lot to look into.
which actually works in our favour. That will allow us, if we take this up, to put in the modern
Insulation.
thermal insulation
Yes.
to keep a lot more heat into bomb.
Yeah.
It has been the most beautiful sunny day and the weather's suddenly turned and it's freezing.
But I've run outside because something very exciting has been happening out here whilst we were up in the attic with Ian. Matt has dug the trench all the way from the cistern to lay the new pipe coming on all the way here, and then it's going to go under the road at this point. You can see it just there coming over here, so that the pipe can come through here and then under the space already existing under the road, which is great, means we don't have to touch the road at all, and then into our moat and along towards the garden. And now I'm going to try and locate Dan and Matt to find out all about it. Honestly, why am I constantly looking for Dan? I'm turning into like Mummy, constantly looking for Percy. Where is Percy? Where is Percy? Where's Dan? Dan! Thor and I have both been stuck out here in the rain, haven't we, Thor? Yeah. I think I might join you under that holly bush, Thor. Where on earth can they be? Aha! No, that's Selma. I've spotted Dylan. Let's go and see how he's been getting on meanwhile in the china pantry. Alors, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé aujourd'hui? Wow! It's so smooth! C'est vraiment tout à un niveau maintenant.
Oui, bah au début, on voulait descendre à 30 cm
Oui,
et puis ensuite on a décidé de laisser à 25.
oui.
Donc tout le reste de la terre, il y avait au moins 30 cm de terre
Oui.
sur la moitié et donc j'ai tout retiré
Oh là
et
là.
tout remis droit.
Bah, merci beaucoup.
De rien.
C'est beau. Et j'ai entendu félicitations.
Merci.
C'est un garçon ou une fille?
Une fille.
Ah, c'est merveilleux. Dylan's girlfriend, who is also Matt's daughter, had a baby girl just last week, so big excitement all around.
How are you?
Really good. How are you? I've been looking everywhere for both of you. I'm getting you a pager, Dan. This is ridiculous.
I can feel already the montage of where's Dan? Dan?
it was happening again.
Yeah.
Seems like you've got your work clothes on. You coming up to the top?
Absolutely, let's go. Okay, I'll put the yellow wellies on. Hang on. Okay, if we're going in the field, yellow wellies it is. Right, we're ready for anything now. It's a lovely day for a stroll.
It's a lovely day for a stroll.
Amongst the dandelions.
And you're out in a white coat.
Yeah. Well, you're expecting me to do any manual labour up here?
No, but you might fall in the hole.
Might I? That sounds ominous. Did you fall in a hole earlier with him?
No, Dylan nearly fell in a hole actually.
Oh dear.
He doesn't normally get much choice.
Yeah, we had to dangle him by his legs to pull the plug.
What?
So
That sounds terrifying.
didn't really enjoy it.
No, he didn't do
I
it.
don't think he'll volunteer again.
Okay, well, I mean, I would have volunteered, except I can't because of the coat.
Yeah.
That's a pity.
That's
I should have worn a darker one.
And you would have been a lot lighter.
I've got to say, Dan, I mean, it's not about one-upmanship, but that's a bigger trench than yours, right?
It's been said before that Matt's is bigger than mine. And is it about size, Matt?
No, much smaller.
It's a magnificent trench, Matt.
You just go over there and look how straight it is going down there.
Hang on, let me turn around and look at the straightness of your trench.
That's a wobbly bit.
Not that bit, not that bit.
Oh no, it's actually quite straight.
Okay.
Around the corner is like,
Let's have a look.
you've got to go around the corner.
Oh yeah, no, that's a lovely trench.
No, you've got to go to the corner.
Fine, I'm going to the corner. I wouldn't want people to think.
Look at the straightness.
Okay, everyone, I'm taking you to look at the straightness. It's magnificent.
Perfect.
Yeah, sorry, I said magnificent, I meant perfect.
Yeah, okay, I'm happy now.
Okay, that was worth the detour.
The metal pipe there is the one going down to your chateau.
My goodness, but I can't believe it. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, and in the water there's another pipe which is your overflow.
How deep? Did you think you were never going to find it?
No, well, we did this by spade.
No, you didn't.
We did because we were scared to use the digger in case we hit the tank.
But you've only been here one day.
Yeah, well, we work hard.
No way. No, I'm sorry, Matt, but no.
From there, and we put it all up here nice and neatly. So it was a proper... This is your feed down there, and this is a metal pipe. And it's probably become so rusted inside,
Yeah.
and that's why all your taps down there are blocking up, because it's rusting. You've only got like a 25-year lifespan of that.
And they're running red.
And it's running red, and it's all the taps keep blocking up.
Yeah.
And in here, there's your overflow, which feeds somewhere down there.
Okay.
And then it feeds the farmer's water trough, which you can go and look, it's bubbling over at the moment.
Well, good. It's a good system, actually.
Yeah.
We just need to leave the system in place and replace the pipe.
Yeah. And that tank is huge. If you look how deep that is.
It's very deep. I can't believe how low you are
Isabel
there.
said she's been in there.
Oh, she has. She's been actually fully in it
Yeah.
with Bernard.
That's how little Steph was made. Okay, we're nearly empty.
So what you've done is that you've emptied the tank that fed the garden, so we now have no water.
No.
Okay, so good. That's a step in the right direction?
reassured me very
done within
soon it
3
will be
months.
connected. And it's raining all this week. So
It is, actually, we've got a lot of
week's
rain.
grace, so
Well, we don't know what we've got until this is empty and we can get in.
And this is where you were dangling Dylan earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Dylan,
Only by his
honestly.
knees only.
You're like the worst father-in-law.
He's actually got a new job.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so he's going to work at Gedimat.
Okay.
Doesn't want to work with me anymore.
yeah.
Yes? Whoa.
Good boy.
There's big sharks in there, huh?
I might drop back in the hole.
Check. Okay.
That's gone down a lot.
Yeah, the overflow was up here. We've taken that pipe off. Apparently your mum cemented it in.
My mother cemented in a pipe. I mean,
Yeah.
I know she's Wonder Woman, but I can't see her down there cementing a pipe.
If you look down there without the lights, you can see the tap. That's where your metal pipe comes in.
Yes.
So now we've got to find... Ideally, I take that valve out, I strip it down and make it work again. And I put our pipe in there
Yeah.
and seal it,
Yeah.
and then you would still be able to shut the water off up here.
Great. It sounds great.
But it's not just going to be next week.
Why not? Week after next.
Well,
How's head gardener about that?
I'll push him down it
pretty
if he
strict.
doesn't get the water on.
Yeah, okay, so you've got a choice. Head gardener's given you a choice. Either you get it done by the week after next or you live in the system.
I've got a swimming pool to fit from Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm here Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, great.
But you're doing the floor.
No, Mike and Dylan are going to do the floor. I was going to carry on playing here.
Dylan's done a lovely job in that floor today.
Yeah. And
Very
we're going to do
lovely.
the floor different. We're going to do it in limecrete
Great, so you can breathe.
so it can breathe. So there'll be no membrane going down. There'll be no tank in the wall down there. It's just going to be a
Okay.
limecrete floor.
Good, I like the idea of that.
Takes about a week to dry, so no one can go in there.
Okay, we're not in a hurry, it's fine.
So we'll go with that. It'll be
Great,
better.
yeah, I love it.
Okay, this trench that we've dug today
Yeah.
is obviously going to have to go a lot deeper to catch up with the pipe.
Otherwise it's
The
going to be
depth of the-
immediately running uphill when it comes out.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
if there was any crap in there, it would sit in the bend. So we'll dig it down as and when we get that sorted,
Yeah.
replaced, until we get. Okay, not a problem. We'll see you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Okay, great.
And
Au revoir.
we'll be here Monday and Tuesday. doing
Excellent.
that and that.
Can't wait. It's going to be fantastic. All right, see you soon.
Madame.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, yellow booties. Till another day. And let's have a quick look before we go in. Once again at this floor, which is looking so level and lovely. Yeah, that's going to be superb. I can't wait till the floor starts to get done and we can see the tiles in place. Now the sun is magnificently out again, but it's still quite chilly. It's just changing every 5 seconds. So I'm going to change into some trousers, I think, to be a little bit warmer for the little party. Everyone is together to celebrate 30 million views. With, it has to be said, a very typical Lalande spread because it's cake, champagne, tea, and liqueur. So something for everyone. Grab whatever you prefer. I think we should get started. Let's open the champagne. Marie has very, very kindly offered us these slightly deflated, but I think still very usable 30 balloons. Now just imagine million written after that, and you know it's 2 balloons to do all parties in the last couple of weeks.
Meant to be.
I know that the glasses are very small. We can just keep refilling. It's just so pretty. I thought they'd be really pretty with the cake, Sarah.
It's appropriate size for mid-afternoon, right?
Absolutely. Yes, it's a mid-afternoon glass. Philip thinks I should be able to use these.
I just had a fork, but then you said no, something more elegant.
Right, let's...
That looks like your shape.
Oh yes, this is going to work. This is... Well done, Philip. You see, when there's a cutlery emergency, we've got our own expert in the house.
Wow.
Well, this is a perfect tool. Voilà, madame.
Merci beaucoup.
Well, fewer than 100.
Only 97.
97.
That could be for Diesel. Yep, he's an excellent Hoover, Selma. Really, you can't fault him. He just didn't want the sugared almond, but the rest. Did you enjoy it,
Give
Diesel?
him a second.
To digest everything before dessert.
I can't get my head around it. 30 million doesn't make any sense.
It's such a huge
It's
number.
too big a number to comprehend.
Yeah.
Zeros.
Too many zeros.
So much zero.
I mean, the weight of the zeros. You can see Selma is feeling the literal weight of the zeros.
Well, that's way too much, huh?
So it's going to be you two celebrating this number next.
Us.
Selma and Marie, yeah, with your channels.
And now
Yep, maybe with my new channel.
30,700.
30,000 views. Hey, so it's
Now the
Subscribers. It's all the threes at the moment because we've got over 3,000 patrons. You have over 30,000 subscribers. We've got 30 million views.
Yeah.
And she just turned 30.
And you just It's a magic of Lalande. Wow. I'm going to be asking all of you how you feel about living inside a vlog. So if any of you want to know like the truth of what it's really like to live with a YouTuber in a vlog, then watch on Sunday because we're going to be doing a video about that.
I'm going to be honest.
Absolutely. I would expect nothing more. Wink, wink. Left the fiver on the table.
Hi, my name's Stephanie, and welcome to my home. 16th century Chateau de Lalande. I don't know the rest.
Hi, my name is Stephanie, and this is my home.
I think he's got it better than you. I get teased remorselessly about the intro in this house. Remorselessly. Thank you for making the Chateau Diaries what it is. There'd be no channel without
30 more and more.
Yes, 30 million more. Cheers, everyone. Cheers.
A huge thank you to all of our patrons at Lalande who are making this vlog possible, especially our Dauphin and Dauphine of Lalande, Yadel and Ether, Alice Allen, Dan Bander, Wailing Banshee, Brian Barnard, Brandon and John Michael, Cecilia Begum, Denise Behrens, Daniel Banakovic, Jill Bidwell, Candice Blackburn, Candice Ned Borkowski, Clara Butcher, Carolina Calabro, Chloe Chalakani, Lindsay C. Chelton, Stephen Sarah Cole, Zoe Dorks, Jim Demersman and Richard Patternord, Sakura Dennis, Zane Dixon, Jackie Ellison, Nicholas W. Fairfax, Tracy Ferrari, Caroline Furster, Fifi Greenberg, Crystal Hardy, Brenda Harris, Delane Hallbrook, Kim Hasselhoff, David Tong Henderson, Jacqueline Holmes and Ken Bates, Priscilla Hubler, Brian Kelsey and Phil Burnt, Jimmy Kemp, Nadia Kennedy, Lisa LaForge, Dave and Summer Lalande, Morgan Lawley, Victoria Lapine, Janet Huff Lombard, Marina, Frank Martin, Meredith, Robert Miller, Joanne Morton, Kathleen Norrie, JC Ward, Maureen Palmer, Frank Poposky and James Snow, Tamara Price, Armin Rahman, Tonya Renee, RJB, Bettina Rojak, Hanny Ross, Mary Ryan, Elizabeth Scanlon, Sven Schreiber, Lisa Schultz, Jennifer Shanks, Carl and Laurie Siebert, Teresa Sloan, Patty Suhu, Matthew Sinclair Wilson, Susan Stevens, and The Leaf House, Sarah Thornton, Colleen Troyer, Renee Valelli, Victoria, Jessica Walker, Brandy Walton, Laura Watkins, Lucas Wallen, James Whalen, Cheryl Whitaker, Linda Weiss, Christine Wilson, Winnie de la Coppapoo, Greg Wood, David Young, and Ludovico Zordonazzo. And thank you to all of you.